Welcome to the Butterfly Effect. It's Tirreno-Adriatico Stage 1. Guys, everybody that watched Strade Bianche and saw all of the big names there, those guys have all stayed around Italy, and now they've started Stage 1. This is a fantastic field. Paris-Nice had a good field because you have Primoz Roglic there, and of course you had Richie Porte starting, Tao Gegenhardt, who happened to crash out, host of other semi-favorite riders there, but not the big names like you're seeing here at Tirreno-Adriatico. These are the favorites. These guys are the number one sprinters in the world. They're all lined up. You have Caleb Ewan here, Wout van Aert, who's going to do a little bit of everything. Guys, we're probably going to see Wout van Aert going for GC here at Tirreno-Adriatico in 2021. We all saw that he can climb at the Tour de France at Strade Bianche. He was amazing there, considering that was his first race back after doing a cyclocross during the wintertime, a break, a training camp, and he went straight from an altitude training camp over to Strade Bianche. There you could see his legs were a little bit off. For me personally, I could get my fitness really good in training, and then I needed 1-2 days of racing and I'd get that sharpness back. What I saw from Wout van Aert there at Strade Bianche was that he was just missing that top edge. He has great form to be able to go that distance and do that kind of power, so many repetitions in a row during a race of that length on gravel. But here, now at Tirreno-Adriatico, he's going to have the sharpness of that race, plus today's stage. Guys, he wins today's stage, and he wins it looking really strong. I mean, he was unbelievable in the sprint. Before we get to the sprint, though, I want to really show you why I always love doing Tirreno-Adriatico. I've done both. I've been top 10 in both. Paris-Nice, many times top 10. And, of course, at Tirreno-Adriatico, I had the race leader's jersey there, was going for the overall win when I lost it on the last day at the time trial to none other than Vincenzo Nibali. Every time I would do Paris-Nice or Tirreno-Adriatico, I'd come from my home in San Diego where I'd be doing a big block of training, and I would show up at these races and need the first 2 stages or so to get the legs under me, and then after that I was firing on all cylinders. I was fresh, I was super motivated, the legs weren't tore up or anything, so I just needed that little bit of racing speed to get going, and then I was coming good. When I look at Wout van Aert, I see the same thing. A big engine, great form. He just needed a little bit of sharpness, and today he delivers in the sprint. Guys, he was absolutely amazing. With 3.3K to go, he takes the front with the Jumbo Visma guys. Before that, you see Jumbo all together, but never on the front. With 3.3K to go, they take the front from the left side. When we start getting around 2K to go, you see the Deceuninck Quick-Step team with none other than world champion Julian Alaphilippe, and it's a drag race. Guys, you got Deceuninck Quick-Step on the right, Jumbo Visma on the left. Make no mistake about it, I've been in this exact scenario many times when I'm leading out the best sprinters in the US or the best sprinters over in Europe and the world, and I'm on one side of the road and another team's on the other, and they're looking at each other, huh? Each time the team on the left's looking right, the team on the right's looking left. Neither one wants to get outdone, and that's why you see the field is split on that 3-4 lane coast highway. I mean, it's 8K straight down the coast. Beautiful road. This is not Paris-Nice. It is not a dangerous course today. Everyone's going to be relaxed, but they're going down the road now full gas, and their Deceuninck Quick-Step here is looking over, and it's a drag race, huh? And the world champion Julian Alaphilippe, you know he's a showboat. He likes to put on a show for all of us fans. He does not want to get beat by the Jumbo Visma train. When they come under about 1.2K to go or so, it's none other than the world champion on the front for Deceuninck Quick-Step, and he's losing the drag race, right? Jumbo Visma's on the left, and they got about 3-4 bike lengths on Julian Alaphilippe, and he tries to accelerate as they're going up that little bump over the road. And as he's trying to accelerate, he's still losing. Next picture I'll show you, he's coming off, and he just finally sits up and he realizes he lost that battle. Trust me, Julian Alaphilippe at that moment is upset with himself and with the Deceuninck Quick-Step team because they lost the battle to none other than Jumbo Visma. When you lose that that battle this many times, because remember, 2020 was not that long ago when Jumbo-Visma is just dominating the scene at all the races. Alaphilippe, he dominates some of the one-day races, but overall, when you're getting beat that many times from Jumbo-Visma, this is the first time that we've seen these two teams drag racing with each other. Alaphilippe really wanted to put the knife in the Jumbo-Visma train, but instead he came up short, blows. Deceuninck quick-step rider, when you see the next rider take over, they know they lost. And how you know they lost is the Deceuninck quick-step rider goes all the way from the right to the left, and now they're starting to get behind the Jumbo-Visma train there. Now, when we go under 1K to go, about 800 meters is when the UAE Team Emirates team takes over the front. And they have Fernando Gaviria. We all know he's a legendary sprinter, won races all across Europe, and now they're trying to get him this win here at Tirreno-Adriatico. They're leading in. You see them take the lead over from Jumbo-Visma, and you'll see Wout van Aert switch over from his last Jumbo-Visma team, and he jumps over on the Gaviria's wheel. This was perfect timing. This is all he needed was Jumbo-Visma to get him to this point in the race where the next team that's coming fresh, hard, and fast with Fernando Gaviria switches over, grabs that wheel, and Wout van Aert's looking pretty now, right? He's sitting third, fourth wheel as they're going into the sprint on one of the fastest sprinters in the world. As we get into 200 meters to go, you'll see Fernando Gaviria go left side of his last leadout man. Wout van Aert's going right. None other than Caleb Ewan from Lotto Soudal is coming from the far right and latches on to Wout van Aert's wheel, but can do nothing to close the gap once Wout van Aert punches it to the line. It was an impressive display of speed and form from Wout van Aert. We already know he can climb from Strade Bianche just days ago, but now we know he's got his sprinting legs. Guys, he's going to be a threat on the GC here at Tirreno-Adriatico. He's got one big climb he's got to get over. Of course, later with 2 or 3 stages to go near the finish, that'll be the really pivotal stage for him, but he'll be able to afford to lose time there. Time bonuses available he'll take. He can time trial. We all know that. He can sprint now, so there's more time bonuses available. Man, if he only got to get over one climb, and like I've said many times, sprinters can climb, especially when they know they only have to do one, and it's early in the race. Wout van Aert, spectacular today. Want to point out one other reason why I always prefer Tirreno-Adriatico over Paris-Nice. Once they started adding the mountain stages. If you look at the stage today, there's always a little bit of extra space in the group on the side of the roads. At any point in time, even when you see them 10, 15, 20 wide, there's still some extra space. That extra space allows that when something crazy happened in the field, there's enough room on the side that guys can part ways, and there's less crashes than something you watch if you've been seeing the first stages of Paris-Nice. Paris-Nice, I could show you pictures. They're curb to curb. There's not an inch of extra space, and guys are riding in the dirt. Here at Tirreno-Adriatico, even when they're wide, you can still see they're comfortable and not nervous. And remember, this is stage 1. Okay, so if there's ever going to be a stage where the group is really nervous, you'd see it here. It's much more relaxed. They're still professional. They're still racing for the win. This is a better quality field than Paris-Nice at this particular year. But what I really enjoyed was the calmness of Tirreno-Adriatico over the nervousness and craziness at Paris-Nice. I don't quite understand why people still pick Paris-Nice over Tirreno-Adriatico unless you just really like that craziness of that kind of racing. The wet weather, the rain, all that stuff of Paris-Nice. Tirreno-Adriatico, they're going to race from one coast to the next. It's a beautiful, normally it's sunny and nice out. Could be slight chilly, but usually that's the only problem you have to deal with. I think I only 2 or 3 times in the rain when I did Tirreno-Adriatico. So look for Wout van Aert, who was spectacular today, to be racing for more stages, stealing time bonuses wherever he can, and of course, hopefully he can climb with the best when we get later into this race. Hope you guys enjoyed the butterfly effect. I'll keep them coming. We got 2 posts a day right now while Paris-Nice and Tirreno-Adriatico overlap. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys real soon on the Butterfly Effect.